you cannot buy a gallon of petrol. A bag of maize cannot be bought. So 3 square meals now is a problem.
We have tried different political parties, hoping that anyone could bring real changes. But no matter who is in charge, the results are still the same. Promise made, promise broken. The economy continued to fall apart.
Within 18 months of a new government of the NPP under my leadership, the face of our country, Ghana, is going to change.
If you arrive in Ghana at Kotoka Airport, you don't even need to go to an immigration officer. We are putting together the e-gates. You put your Ghana card, it will open for you and you pass.
Junior high school and secondary level. And so students will receive tablets that have all their core textbooks on the tablet.
We are stuck in a circle where things never seem to improve. It is not just about one leader or one party. It is about a system that has failed us over and over again. Every time you have an election, we feel hopeful again. We hear the same promises again. More jobs, better schools and hospitals. That actually works. But once our leaders get what they want, it seems like they have forgot all about it. Instead of things going better, we see scandals and money going missing. Big projects that were supposed to help us never get finished. Did you know there was a time Ghana was so rich we even gave Japan money to help them out? Look at Japan now. Now look at us. Things are not like they used to be. It feels like we are stuck. And no matter what we do, nothing changes. But what will it take to break this circle? Is there a way for it? In this video, we explain how Ghana got here and what we need to do to change our course. It is 1957, Ghana has gained independence. Imagine a country full of hopes and dreams. Ghana became the first African country to gain independence from colonial. Our leader Kwame Nkrumah promised to make Ghana a better place, a place where everyone could thrive and succeed. People were excited about the future. We had new schools, roads and hospitals being built. There was a sense of pride being a Ghanaian, a belief that we could build a strong, prosperous nation. But soon, problems began to surface. Kwame Nkrumah wanted to make Ghana a better place, not just in Africa, but around the world. He focused on big projects like Akosombo Dam to bring electricity and create jobs. But these projects cost a lot of money, and soon Ghana started to run out of cash. The beginning of our struggles. After Nkrumah, many leaders took turn to lead the country. Each one promised to fix the problems and make life better for Ghanaians. But instead of things getting better, they often got worse. Corruption became a big issue. Money meant for schools and hospitals disappeared. Leaders focused more on their own gain than the good of the country. Instead of the government serving the people, it started to feel like the people were serving the government. Taxes went up, but services went down. This cycle of disappointment kept repeating, leaving many Ghanaians feeling hopeless. People started to lose trust in the government. It seems like every new leader who look only for themselves and their family, whilst the rest of the country continue to struggle. Today, Ghana faces serious economic challenges. Inflation is high, making it hard for families to afford basic things like food and clothing. People are eating on formula basis 001. Jobs are scarce, and many people struggle to find way. The government continue to borrow money, adding more debt to the country. Subscribe. As our president once said, we are sitting on gold, diamond, bauxite, oil, and many other resources, yet we are still struggling. How does that make sense? One of the most painful things is our leaders trade our oil for loan, take the money quickly, and only get tiny as 2% in return. How did we get here? Look at other countries. Some only have oil, but they are rich. Some don't have anything, but they are better than us. How is that fair? Ghana, a country full of hopes and dreams, but today, many of our youth just have one big goal. They just want to leave the country, searching for better opportunities. Why? Because here at home, things are tough. Nurses and other public workers struggle to find jobs. Imagine spending all those years in schools, only to finish and have no job waiting for you. Many young people end up relying on their parents, even as an adult. Some are so desperate to leave that they risk their life crossing desert and seas, all for the hope of a better future. It is heartbreaking to hear people die, just trying to get to a place where they think life will be kinder. As we approach another election, politicians will promise us the world. They will do everything they can to win our votes. But after the votes are counted and they have the power, what changes? Often, it feels like nothing. The same problem remains years after years. Take the look at the situation with our emergency service. If your house catches fire, better have your own fire truck, because the fire service might disappoint you. The same goes for the ambulance service. If someone is seriously ill, don't count on the ambulance service arriving in time to help. And what about the politicians? When they or their families are sick, they travel out of the country to get treated. Instead of fixing our hospital here, they leave us with no bed, bad infrastructure, and terrible conditions. Meanwhile, the ordinary Ghanaian has no choice but to suffer in these broken hospitals. Maybe Trump was right when he called Africa a shithole, because that is how it feels when our leaders behave this way. Many start off as an ordinary Ghanaian just like us, but give them a few years in office and they amount the richest in their communities. How does that happen? How does it feel like being in politics is more about getting rich than helping the people? When will this circle of disappointment end? When will we see real changes in Ghana? It is time for all of us to think about these questions and demand better from our leaders. There's only one way out of this mess. We need to stand up and demand what our politicians have promised. We must come together as one people and stop turning everything into a political game. The greed in our country must stop. For Ghana to break out of this circle of disappointment, we need honest leaders. Leaders who care about the people, not just becoming rich. We need better schools, better hospitals, and more jobs for everyone. We all have to work together and make Ghana a better place for all of us. Until we do this, our economy will keep sinking and our hope will keep fading. If you enjoyed this video, don't miss out on this one, the disturbing story of Nana Akufo-Addo.